I then found myself in a situation where people had taken too much, especially being a speaker where, like when I go to do talks, you know, if you're like a psychologist, or if not a psychologist, if you were like an artist doing a talk or anyone else doing a talk, then still afterwards people want to come and speak to you and talk to you and ask you questions. But when you're talking about this subject, people are even more intense wanting something from you because they believe that you can give them freedom. So there has been times when I've been too passive and too allowing, and I've had to step up, particularly the last couple of years. As it's got bigger, I've had to step up more and more of like, no, 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 no. And so that was my pattern. And that really changed over those years of learning about myself. And it made me just learn so many things about myself that, you know, pushed to the absolute extreme that I could do really terrible things. Like, made me so much less judgmental. I felt so much more compassion for people, understanding for people. I could see how certain thoughts just produced unhappiness and stopped me doing things, like thoughts of I can't do it, I'm not good enough, make you tired and exhausted, and then you can't do it and you're not good enough. Like, so it's like how these thoughts have such strong effect on your body. And then as I began to understand all of that everything began to relax. You know, when I first got into this subject, I was so tense with so much anxiety all the time, but I wasn't even aware of that. I was just totally involved in the character. And then the character relaxed and relaxed and relaxed. And then as it became relaxed and more spacious, then this message began to be heard. I remember that when I first realized that I, who I truly was, wasn't this character looking through. There was something else looking through these eyes. There was something else hearing. And that which was looking and that which was hearing and that which was speaking wasn't separate from anything that was here. The seeing and the seen weren't separate. And that was like stunning. But then the story of me, I got involved again. And even though there was a taste of that after it's seen, you know, I'd get really involved in the person again. It'd kind of get veiled again. And then that time when that big love explosion happened here. And it was seen not only was the looking not separate from everything, that sense of I, that sense of aliveness was also everywhere and everything. The life was also this quality of love, this sense of being. And that wasn't inside my body either. The looking, the empty looking wasn't inside the body, that was everywhere and everything. And also that sense of being alive, which is love, was also everywhere and everything. It just appears as if you are this person. But actually, when it's seen who you truly are as this sense of aliveness and this empty looking, then there is a movement back to this space. And then the character comes and goes when it's needed. When you're just watching TV, there is no sense of Lisa. There's no sense of you. When you're typing on the computer, there's no sense of you. There's just typing happening. When you're doing something else, there's no sense of you. And then when you're talking to your friends, maybe there's more of a sense of you because you're talking about you and the character.